Hi,
Hey,
Becky.
Kat.
How you doing?
Good, good.
Good. That's good.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm sick actually, but I'm okay.
There's,
Just, sinus and sore throat. I don't know. 'Tis the
well,
season.
Kristen had been fighting and fighting. She was sick and she got really sick. There's been a lot of
Yeah.
people sick.
Yeah. I've been just kind of out of it the last couple of days. Not myself. I'm exhausted.
Oh, I'm
So,
so sorry. Have
yeah.
you taken a COVID test?
I did. I took finally today I took one and it wasn't COVID. So, and I've had
Yeah.
the vaccines, flu and COVID. So, I don't know. Just a cold, I guess.
Yeah,
Cold
they're
and yeah,
back.
that's like I said, 'tis the season.
Yeah.
You can do
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, we had, um, yeah, everybody's gonna, it's so hard with COVID. Um, we have lingering protocols, but they're only to mask if your family has it. So I have a couple people whose families have had it. Um,
Yeah,
but they could have it any day. So I asked them to
I
work
know.
remotely if possible until
Right,
till they get over the
right.
worst of it in the
I,
family.
I looked up the symptoms today and the symptoms are the same as like any other head cold or sinus infection or sore throat. It's hard to know.
Yeah, and a lot of stomach issues are now happening with COVID too.
Yeah, yeah. So
And so it's
I'm glad I don't have to drag out to work every day because that was a crazy time being in an office with a bunch of people and thousands of employees in and out every day. That pandemic was just a nightmare.
and you were there every day throughout. Yeah.
We were sent home for 8 weeks to work from home, anybody who could work from home. But then everybody in the factory was coming and going every day. And the CEO said, you know what? If they're doing it, we need to do it. And everybody went back in.
Yeah. No,
So,
I appreciate the thinking there. It's
yeah.
just thank God nobody
Yeah. We
died.
didn't have any serious illnesses or worse, fortunately. So,
Yeah,
but it was
that's
scary. It was just a scary time.
yeah. No, I was in here every day,
Yeah.
meeting different people and
Yeah.
yeah, life went on. And
Yeah.
that's yeah, it was different for everybody. I mean,
Right. Right.
it's,
You do what you have to do.
I think the hardest was for if you were trying, your children, small children were in school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
imagine, um,
Yeah, every day it was a different warning or sending kids home or you just didn't know what the day was going to bring.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
And my grandson was in Texas, so he continued school through the whole thing,
Oh boy.
and that was scary too.
Yeah.
He came home and
Yeah,
was like,
because
"Mommy, we came home early today because our teacher's sick."
yeah, yeah.
And she had COVID, and it's like, oh my goodness.
I
But they
know.
had him back at school the next day.
Right.
It's just, yeah,
It, it's hard to know whether that was the smart move or whether that was too risky. Everybody was making different decisions based on where they lived. And yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It was a wild ride.
It's interesting. I wonder if it happens again, I wonder if we really learned much.
Yeah, I know. Because what I've heard is that masks weren't as effective as they thought they should be, or they thought they were going to be. So, yeah, I don't know if that's going to be something that falls by the wayside next time around, or what.
And it
Uh,
might be the nature of whatever disease too might dictate that. I don't know.
yeah, yeah,
But the masks were so variable. I mean, uh, in effectiveness, your
I
homemade ones
know.
and,
Yeah,
the really good
yeah,
ones. But wow.
yeah,
No, I'm glad we're kind of clear of that for now.
yeah. Knock
But
wood.
I still have a box full of COVID tests that I'm giving out. So
Well, the ones we just got from the government site expired in 23. which I thought was strange. We just received them. So, you know, and the directions say, don't use if the due date is passed or the expiration date is passed. So I said, well, you know, should I rely on this? Should I not? It's hard to say, but they're the
Yeah.
ones we just received, literally
Wow.
within a month.
Wow. Because the public health nurse got a, a big box full of good
Yeah.
ones. They're, you know, they're not expired. They're actually
Oh,
good for another month or two.
ah,
So if
maybe
you
I should have
need
Joe
some, we
go.
have some up at town hall.
Yeah, I think the only ones we have are the two that we got that are both expired in 23. So maybe I'll send Joe to grab one
Yep, they're in the
tomorrow.
hallway outside the police department.
Okay, good to know. I'll tell him that. Good.
And so we are starting at 10 after. That's why nobody is here yet.
Oh, I didn't know if that was a typo or if that was a real thing. So I'm always early to a fault.
It turned into a real thing because I was trying to post it at a meeting and I ran after 6 o'clock. So
Oh,
after 6:10 to
oh,
be
because it's got to
38
be
hours.
right.
Yeah. But it's fine. It's so it's not a hybrid meeting at all. We're just doing Zoom.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll probably get back to more Zoom meetings during the cold and flu season. Anyway, you think?
I think that the select board probably will choose to do that because they're really the only ones doing hybrid outside of um, the Lake Wyola Advisory Committee.
Yeah.
But that would make sense. It'd be a good way to
Yeah, just
avoid
to keep,
spreading germs because that one of the last, yeah. Even with just a few people at the select board, you can get COVID.
yeah. Yeah, because everybody's exposed to others during the day and their families, and it's exponential.
It sure is. So I always try to guess which house you are in.
Oh, I'm on the lake.
Uh,
I'm at the lake. Joe's out, so you know, usually I'll stay here if he's, you know, going to be out and about somewhere. But if he's here and wants to watch the news or something, I'll go over to the other house and then sit
oh,
over
it's
there.
so pretty. The new house
Yeah,
is pretty.
I love it over there. Yeah, it's a nice
Yeah.
place. Nice place to be.
Yeah, with the post and be
Yeah,
spectacular.
it's cozy. Yeah, and when the water's running in the back, the waterfall's running, it's really nice sitting out on the deck.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
must
we're
be
lucky.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yes, you made, it's more than luck. A lot of hard work went into that too.
yeah, true, but it was a labor of love.
Yes. Hi, Rita. Hi, April.
So, what was your labor of love, Kathy?
Oh,
Oh,
labor of love was Kathy and Joe's, the house on the stream.
Oh, yeah, I always admire that when I drive by.
It is.
thank you.
Yeah,
will-
you did a great job. It's just, yeah, it's very
It's a
sweet.
work in progress. There's
Yeah,
still work to be done inside, but we're
really?
getting there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like it. I mean, you've done landscaping and stuff. I was at the co-op today, so when I was passing, I said, oh, they put in a little tree there and
Yeah, we've got more trees to plant, but we're getting there.
yeah, great. That's exciting.
Yeah, keeps us busy.
How are you, April?
I'm very well, thank you. I haven't been to a meeting for a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah, since when? Like Tuesday?
Tuesday, or was it Wednesday?
All the way since Tuesday? Melissa?
Yes. No, I'm in good. I love this warm weather, but
No, it's ending though. Don't worry.
I know. I got the boat covered. So my boat's
Mm.
out of the water. That's all done. So
Yeah,
let it snow.
I know. No.
Yeah.
Oh, bite your tongue, let it snow.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
Did everybody get my email? I
Oh.
sent out an updated, and Becky, you have it, right? So you could
Yeah.
put it up on the screen. Okay, there are just a few little edits.
Oh, maybe it's in my Gmail. No, I don't think I have it.
I sent it to the personnel committee, so maybe, does that not go to everybody?
I think it
No.
only goes to Peg and
Oh.
Peg doesn't check it.
Okay,
Well, George always
Sorry.
checked. That was one of those carryovers we needed to.
all
make
right.
sure.
Well, we can put it up. It's not it's
Yeah.
not very different from
Okay,
what Becky put up.
that's
the other-
helpful. Where am I? Wait a minute. Where is Zoom? There we are. Yeah,
I can share. I have it. Okay, Becky, I got it. Rita, I can offer to do edits right on the screen. I
Oh,
have it up on
okay.
a separate screen in Word, so if we have edits, I'll
I
happily-
thought, I think I might be sharing it, not you.
No, I know. I was telling Rita that I'm happy to.
Oh, you
I
could
have it
do
up
edits.
in Word. I can make any adjustments she needs.
Okay,
We can just change it on screen. It's in Word on screen.
okay.
so is this it for the personnel board? It's,
Peg
I think,
was coming, or and were Peg and, I thought Peg was coming. She sent an email this afternoon.
that's right. That's right.
What did it say though? I didn't.
I should read it.
Yes.
Here's an idea. We get so many emails. You guys must be swamped.
Oh, no.
Not comparable to the ones I got at Amherst College.
Mhm.
Oh, here it is. Up. What does that say? Okay. All right, yeah.
Is she coming?
I don't know. Actually,
She's coming in right now.
Her.
okay. Oh,
I just emailed everybody that job description.
Oh,
okay.
thanks.
I
Is that
did
this?
yesterday, Melissa.
Yeah, but I
the one
made that
Rita
one
just
change.
sent.
I sent it out with the change, putting in the
Right.
building
And
thing.
is that the same thing that's up on the screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got it here
So,
too.
we're ready. I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting of the Shutesbury Selectboard to order. Today is Thursday, October 24th, and this meeting is happening remotely via Zoom.
So I guess, Peg, we should call ourselves into order too.
Yes, I was just getting some stuff written down. Okay. Personnel Board, let's begin our meeting in conjunction with the Select Board, and the time is 6:14. I have. Okay, all those in, let's see, who's here? Kathy? April? Melissa?
And Melissa.
Okay. Okay.
So
First two things before we start. I had, at the meeting you had on Tuesday, my computer came up and it said my, internet was not functioning right. And 2 times it just cut out on me. Did anybody else have that happen besides me?
I
No.
always have, I mean, it happens to me, but it didn't happen that night.
Okay, it happened twice. And the other thing was, Rita was talking and she talked about a change that she made, but that's included in what we're looking at now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Sorry. Okay. Thank you.
So
Okay.
now you want to, did you call yourselves to order?
Yeah, she
Already?
did.
I think
Yeah.
I did. Personnel Board will now come to order and it was at 6:14.
Okay, so for the Shutesbury Select Board portion of this meeting, the only agenda item this evening is to review the job description for the interim town administrator with the Personnel Committee. I already see an edit.
I wonder if it's the same one I noticed.
on my version here, or the one you have, Becky, too. Okay, so maybe the first edit, Becky, is Town of Shutesbury Interim Town Administrator. And it says consultant. We should just take out consultant.
Oh, get rid of that.
Yep.
Consultant role.
Yep, just
Oh, administrator role and responsibilities.
yes. Thank you.
Good.
Perfect.
Okay. So questions.
Oh. Duties.
Maybe I should just mention, so the one thing I added, April, I think it was you the other night, just asked about town hall building operations. So I put that as the last bullet under municipal operations.
Oh, good.
Right down there.
Wait, I see consultant listed once more in
One
the
other
work
time.
schedule and compensation. The third
Compensation.
line down, middle of the page.
Yep, consultant will be
Yep.
paid.
We should just
Oh.
write the ITA. Yeah, thank you. I meant to do a word search and I forgot to do that.
You know, one thought I had on that, Rita, is maybe we need, you might want to state that vacations would be unpaid. I mean, 'cause
Do you think if it's if we say, so can you scroll back up? We said it's an unbenefited.
unbenefited. I just was, just to reemphasize. at the
Sure.
end In compensation, just so there's,
Okay, so do you think emphasizing there's no vacation, sick time? I mean,
well, the point I was trying to make, because if it's a 4-month period, the person might want to take time off.
right.
And that that should be mentioned here, that if the person needs to take time off, the vacation, you know, that the board would want to decide if they would be okay for the person to take time off, and that it would be okay, but it would be unpaid.
And that would include
I think the
holidays.
Definition for intermittent and casual definition, personnel policies handbook handle that. It says that they are not able to do that. They're doesn't apply to them.
Well, I thought. So there were two things. First of all, is the select board okay if they take time off during those 4 months? And then if you decide that it is, then I just think it should be stated there in case the person has, people sometimes need to take time off and it's not mentioned here. I just thought it should be.
Maybe we just say,
That it's not benefited?
well, we did say that already. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not
Well,
saying.
that doesn't mean, that means it has no vacation or sick time.
Are those details that could be, do you guys do offer letters when someone starts a position? Is that a detail that could be contained in an offer
Yeah.
letter rather than
Yeah.
in a
We
job
do that in an
description?
offer
Yeah,
letter,
it
but-
could.
We only do
That-
appointment letters.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kathy. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
can
could
do
do an
that.
offer letter in this case, since it's such a different employment definition. We could do that.
Melissa, it's really hard to hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know where my microphone is. I'm sorry. What I said was, looking down away from my laptop, was if we could in this case do an offer letter or
Yeah.
appointment letter to the person and define that more at that point.
Yeah,
We typically do appointment letters, so.
we can put it in there.
Can you scroll up, Becky, or whoever's doing this? Is the vacation mentioned up here? No, not
Just
municipal.
says it's an unbenefited,
I will just say that.
responsible,
I
Compensation.
know I read it, but I couldn't find it.
okay, and maybe it's down further. Let me look at my hard copy here. That's weird. I can't find it now either. And I know that I had it in here.
I know, I'm not seeing it.
Okay, maybe it got taken out by mistake.
It was in the work schedule and compensation paragraph, the original draft.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
I
no,
don't see it.
okay.
See it
Um,
here.
Really gone now.
Okay, so let's just put it, let's add a sentence then. Work schedule and compensation, interim town administrator is a temporary part-time position. And then right after that, maybe put, and is an unbenefited, is that the proper terminology?
I think you could put the interim town administrator is a temporary part-time unbenefited position.
Okay,
Yeah, and do we want to have the state that it will last no longer than 4 months? I mean, hopefully it won't, but do we need to stipulate that?
maybe not. Maybe just write commencing in early November 2024.
It's a part-time temporary,
Yeah,
that would say it.
yeah, we could take out the not to exceed.
Hey Becky, you have it has listed twice on your under the working. I'm seeing 2 sentences that are the same.
What are you looking on screen?
Under,
I'm looking on your screen, but I'm also looking on the one that was just sent, and that's different than what I have on mine. What I have is the interim town administrator, the one that Rita has just sent us. The interim town administrator is a temporary part-time position that will be for a maximum of 20 hours a week for a period not to exceed 4 months, commencing early November 2024. The consultant,
Right.
which we changed to ITA,
Right,
will be paid an hourly rate. The interim administrator will be expected to be in Shutesbury town office for a minimum of 2 days per week for a maximum of 16 hours. Bi-weekly. There's an extra sentence in what you right there.
Yeah, it's on screen that way, Melissa.
No, but the one that Rita just sent is different than what's on the screen, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I just printed out what Rita sent me and I'm looking at it and it's just like what I'm looking at on screen. So I'm
Oh, maybe
confused.
it's the sentence after. Did you just add after 2024 this part-time temporary unbenefited?
Yeah,
No.
unbenefited,
Yeah,
unbenefited.
I did. This is a part-time temporary unbenefited. I was
Right.
just adding that in
So
when
when,
you
when I made that
Position.
suggestion, I was suggesting it go in the first sentence after temporary part-time is a temporary
which is
part-time
nice, but that's,
unbenefited
Rita had
position.
asked for it to go after the November 24th, but so where would people like it?
I think the
Up
word
above
I
where
think it works
Melissa
the best
wants
in
it
that first
after
sentence.
temporary part-time position,
well, actually, that first sentence
temporary
says,
unbenefited
Yeah.
part-time.
unbenefited part-time position, and then take out, this is a part-time temporary unbenefited.
Is that
That's
where you
right.
repeating
That's where-
yourself there?
yeah, that's where it gets
Yeah.
confused. And will be for a maximum per week.
Yeah, that works better.
commencing
And then you're not
early.
repeating yourself again.
Yep, and then we get
Yeah.
rid of the duplication.
Yeah,
Is the
That looks
proper,
good.
sorry, is the proper term unbenefited or non-benefited?
I've seen it both ways.
Okay,
Maybe non-benefit eligible.
Not
right. To me, non-benefited just works better, but if they're the same, if they mean exactly the same, then no problem.
Yeah, I'm fine
Yeah.
with non-benefited if that were.
Yeah, I am too. Instead of unbenefited. Yeah.
Yeah, it just,
Kathy, you're good with non too?
Yeah, that's fine. Non-benefit part-time position
Dash.
will be for a maximum of
Be-
20 or for a period.
Dash between non and
yeah,
benefited.
hyphen in between non and benefited.
Part-time.
That's
position.
good. That works better for me.
The ITA will be paid an hourly rate. Interest.
And then it should say, for a maximum of 20 hours per week, Should it be for a period commencing?
I think, but because we
Period.
took out the period of 4 months, so
Yeah.
now to
Just
just
say
be-
commencing in early November.
Right.
Okay, God willing.
You said it.
Yeah, oh, I do not envy.
Yeah, who's the list?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll work. We'll work it out.
It will work out.
It absolutely is a temporary part-time staff person. The interim at the town seat. Is there anything in here about, wait a minute, let me just read down. Oh, no, never mind. I got that. Okay.
You know, the job description seemed like it contained a lot of responsibility. But I guess hearing that you're thinking a retired town administrator or town manager type might be somebody to step into the role, I guess
Yeah.
it makes sense that it wouldn't be as overwhelming as it seemed to me at first blush, right?
Yeah, that's who will apply for this. And, you know, the reality is that they will do as much of this as they can. And, you know, 20 hours a week is less than half of what Becky spends, well, less than half of what Becky spends. So, you know, we know there are things that they're not going to be able to do, but you know, I didn't want to make it so lean that we didn't have the opportunity to make sure. I mean, the budget stuff is really important. The, you know, ongoing project management is really key.
Yeah.
So.
Rita, I had a couple of suggestions in the
Uh-huh.
financial management section. Like the first one bullet advises select board on best management practices. That's good. But the second part and the development of financial management policies. We
Yeah.
already have developed our financial policies.
Yeah, so we could eliminate that. I when I reread that tonight, I thought, yeah, we could take out the
The second part of the
management
sentence.
policies. Yeah.
And under municipal or operations, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth bullet, no, the fourth bullet, coordinate staff, boards, and committees rather than commissions
Okay.
in the development. Sneeze,
The second financial bullet I had a question about is it reads, is chief procurement officer and oversees and approves. That language is from a bigger town.
Mhm.
'Cause in Shutesbury, they'll be doing it. They won't be
That,
overseeing anybody.
Nobody else does.
I mean, the only other time they'll if they'll help a department head who's potentially ordering stuff, but most of any, special procurement would be handled by the town, like when we're ordering new cars and vehicles and that kind of
Right.
thing. I was just thinking maybe if that was changed, instead of oversees and approves, at least have the word handles,
Yeah.
maybe.
So we can put that and handles all purchases of goods and all goods and services. Whether, and then I think goods and services, there's a second, it's in there a second time.
Yeah, it is, right.
Yeah, so that could be deleted.
So do
So,
you want to keep in the oversees and approves?
yeah,
And
you can put and handles all purchases of goods and services, whether procured under the provision of 30B or not.
and handles.
And instead of saying is chief procurement officers, you want to say serves as, kind of
Mhm.
in keeping with the
Yep.
That sounds-
tense of the others.
So Becky, you just need to delete that right after services and that second bullet. It says and services for goods. You just take out the for goods. You see what I mean? The second,
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the last thing I had under this is working with capital planning and finance committee prepares a consolidated revenue and expense projection of capital. That just read funny to me. I think I think we should mention the capital plans separately. Because the capital plan is usually where our capital is. It's not an expense budget. So I was just suggesting deleting capital from here and putting in a sentence or phrase that says maintains updates the capital plan.
okay.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay, and let's see where to put that. The sentence doesn't end up here.
Yeah, I was trying to capture the capital planning's role in the budget process.
Yeah.
So,
It needs to be there, so that's great.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, under that
Uh-huh.
same bullet, this is just a little thing, but I would put an S after finance committees, because you've got capital planning and finance committee. You want an S after, because it's both of them.
Yeah.
Great,
Good
thanks.
Oh, the other thing I was wondering, so up here it says, prepares recommended agendas for consultation with the chair. Did you guys want to continue going every other week? I was thinking it might, from my experience going every other week, it gets a little confusing. It might be with the interim, you might want to pick one person to handle the agendas. I don't know.
yeah, I think maybe we'll just decide that after, Becky.
So we just put
Just who it
co-chairs.
is, The co-chairs, yeah.
Yeah, this needs to be corrected to co-chairs.
Rather than for consultation, how about in consultation?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And then the other one, I just wanted to everybody just to think about a little more. Evaluates current staffing levels, administrative structures, and services, and recommends changes to meet current needs.
So I think I explained that to you the other day. That was specifically to address the administrative secretary. And I think, during this interim period, we might have to shift things around a little bit.
Yep, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
That's
I just wanted everybody to hear your explanation, Rita.
Sure.
I think it's definitely.
Yeah, and we don't know what's happening with the with the fire chief. I mean, that's probably with our regional analysis. That's going to be ongoing. You don't expect that's going to come up in the next 4 months, do you? That Collins Center will be finished?
Yes, the
Oh, they will?
goal is
Okay.
to have a decision whether to pursue a fire district or not.
Oh,
for
okay.
town meetings.
So this covers that too.
You mean,
Yeah.
Becky, you mean recommend, just recommend that, because they can't decide it for the town. They can
I
recommend
wasn't-
it for the
Make a
town, but they can't
recommendation.
decide.
They're
it for the
just
town.
deciding whether to pursue it with town meeting.
Right, that would be the select board would have to go through that process.
Yep.
And I think it's important to get to have the evaluating current staffing, because what happens if we end up with something that pops up and someone else decides to leave, or we need more help. So I think it's important to have the being able for this person to evaluate, especially if they're a retired town administrator, they have that experience too, you know. So. I don't see anything.
What else?
I don't see anything else, I don't think.
I think it's perfect.
Okay. So Becky, if you save that, and then can you send it to me?
Mhm.
Could you include me in on that one too? Just
And
so
everybody, yeah, I
Could you-
guess to
Yeah.
everybody.
It needs, yeah, it needs to go to everybody, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Personnel board as well,
Yep,
people there.
I think the personnel board needs to make a vote on it though,
yeah.
and the select
Okay,
board.
all members of the personnel board in favor of the job description for the town of Shutesbury's interim town administrator role and responsibilities. Say aye.
Salvador, I.
I think
Okay,
I think
very
April
good.
just said Stein eye.
Okay,
You're on mute.
April, yes,
Stein eye. It's not,
all right.
Make
I was
peace
gonna
O'Neill eye.
sneeze. I was gonna sneeze.
Okay, Ross, aye. Okay, thank you for reminding me of that.
You're welcome.
And so let's have the select board vote too on the job description for the interim town administrator role and responsibility.
I
All
guess
those
so
in
moved.
favor signify by saying aye.
Make peace O'Neill eye.
Farrell, aye. We're looking forward to Eric coming back.
Yeah, we always have that pause because we're always waiting for, you know.
He might not
So
come
I-
back.
Yeah, he's back. I think, yeah, Susie said Saturday. Did you say?
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah. So the only other kind of there are two items that I can think of that we just need to check in about. One is talking about process. So I have spoken with 3 former town administrators in the last 10 days or so, who all expressed some interest, and they're local. And I think all 3 of them could do the job. I think there's varying degrees of whatever, you know, you'll see. And so the plan was that, you know, we have to turn this around really quickly. And I did go back to the personnel bylaw, and, you know, in the personnel bylaw, it talks about posting regular positions for like 7 or 8 days, something like that. If we were to do that and then do an interview, we would be past Becky's leaving.
Right.
Which, you know, I feel like we need to have somebody during Becky's last week. So what I'd like to do is for the select board just to acknowledge that we're turning this around kind of in the, I guess, emergency category of just because we have to do this so quickly. So I think we should probably take a vote, Melissa.
The select board, okay.
Yeah, at the select board.
All right, sure.
So do I hear a motion to classify this as an emergency, and therefore we are going to move ahead?
So moved. Yep.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Make peace O'Neill eye.
Farrell, aye. And the second thing is that what I was planning on doing is now that we've approved this, is sending it out tomorrow. and to those three potential candidates, and then trying to turn it around quickly. So asking them if they could get us a letter of interest, and if they have a current resume, by the end of the day on Wednesday of next week. And then if we are going to do interviews with have a personnel board member, a finance committee, and a select board member, try to do that on Thursday or Friday of next week, with the thought that the following week, somebody could come in. And if we have to push it, excuse me, till Monday, or I don't, I think the select board needs to vote after the interviews. So the select board could have a quick meeting next Monday. Election day just isn't a good day to do it, which is, a week from that Tuesday. So that makes sense. And who from the personnel committee would like to do the interviews with the interim town administrators?
I will be out of town. I'm having a granddaughter being born in Colorado.
Exciting.
I think it's gonna be next week is gonna be very good. So I'm gonna opt out. April or
Okay.
Kathy, would you be
I-
interested?
I could be available Thursday during the day, but I work on Fridays because I failed
Okay.
at retirement.
Okay.
You didn't fail, you're just bridging.
Kathy,
I'm
what's-
available Thursday or Friday.
Okay, maybe Kathy, it makes the most
Kathy,
sense. That would give
let's
us the
go with what
flexibility.
Kathy do. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And we're talking about 10/31 and 11/1, right? That Thursday and Friday is
Yes.
Halloween and the day after.
That is correct.
Baby is gonna be born on 11/1 theoretically.
Oh, that's exciting.
It is very exciting. But I'm glad Kathy's gonna do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I will go ahead and do this scheduling, and then Kathy, I'll be in touch with you. And then we're waiting on the finance committee
Yep.
to.
Yep.
Yep, I've already talked to AJ by phone, and so he's going to get me someone for the highway super, and someone for personnel board, or sorry, FinCom to sit with you or the
Right.
interview with this
Okay.
ITA, which leads me, my segue, Rita.
Yeah.
We need a personnel board person to sit on the highway super contract negotiation. Hopefully Monday is when I'd like to have a first meeting. We also have to get that going. So if
April,
there's
can you
it
do that?
would be a
Sure.
late-ish afternoon.
Late-ish afternoon is perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
So I have to see when Dave is available. I texted with him today about availability, but I told him I didn't really know until I had two other people. So
Can I ask you a question just about that? Didn't we just negotiate? I know this is a different person, but didn't we just negotiate a little over a year ago, the highway super contract? Didn't that get?
Steve has resigned, and we had appointed Dave Grenier as the new super and highway super on the 26th or 27th of September. So
26.
so we have to negotiate a contract with him.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's renegotiation.
No,
Mhm.
it's a
It's a
new
negotiation.
negotiation with a new employee.
New employee, so you renegotiate the contract then, okay, or you negotiate.
New
the-
person, new
That's right.
contract. Yep, new person,
Okay.
new contract.
Okay.
I could volunteer for that.
Kathy, can you send me your email and your cell phone?
Sure.
Just so I have that. So what am I? Rita Farrell at Shutesbury.org?
Yes.
Okay.
You are.
Okay, Rita Farrell at Shutesbury.org. If you could send that to me, that would be great.
Sure, will do.
Okay. All right. I think we're done. Yes?
Did I get a volunteer for the highway person? You did? Okay.
April.
Oh, you did, April. I'm sorry you
I
said
did.
that.
That's okay.
And
Right.
that's on Monday, correct? That's
April, I
coming.
have
Yes.
your cell phone, right?
Yeah, let me, I can give it to you now. It's 413.
Oh, wait, we're being
Oh,
recorded.
That's right, never mind. It's 413.
Okay.
I'll send it to you, just,
That's
She's in the
mine
four,
too.
she's in the 413.
I'm in the 413.
We don't want that. You don't want the world to call you.
No,
And
that's true.
I'm sorry, Kathy
Oh, yeah.
Kathy's gonna be at the interviews on,
Thursday or Friday.
Thursday the 31st and Friday the 1st. Okay,
Yeah, and you do have I just texted you.
Yeah,
You
I
do
see
have
it.
my
Heard it
number.
come in. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so do I hear a motion to adjourn
The
the
select board or the
select board
personnel board?
meeting?
Select board. I make a motion, we adjourn the select board meeting.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Oh, you need a second.
Okay.
You
Oh, I
both
need a second.
motion.
The two people, this is, yeah. Do I have a second? Did you second
Yeah,
it?
you second. You have to second. I motion.
You
second.
firsted, you
Oh, all
seconded.
right, oh, got it. All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye.
Farrell, aye.
okay, I make a motion that we also adjourn the personnel board.
I'll second.
Second, okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Ross, aye.
Salvador, I.
And Stein, aye.
Okay,
Feels like we've made some progress.
Great, yeah, thanks,
Yes.
thanks, everybody.
Great.
Bye.
Good night,
Yeah.
everyone.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good luck, Pat.